Hello and welcome to the box seat, previewing racing on Wednesday, the 20th of January 2021. Quickly getting very close to Australia Day. This midweek racing card, the rail's at 13 metres, the track will be a good 4 as it's been for the last few months, and the weather 30, 31 degrees, partly cloudy. Perfect conditions for midweek racing with a late start. First race at 2:04 p.m. It is the Amelia Park Handicap, and we're going to watch the very impressive debut win of In the Boat.
Drayton's up in the boat, about to click him up. Races 2 clear from Hot Zed, who strode to second outside Kaylani. Brave Battle taking a little time to get those wheels spinning back on the inside, but it's In the Boat clearing out from them now, and it is absolutely in cruise mode. He just gives it one timely one to keep its mind fixed on the job at hand, and it's going to come away, and the Nostradamus debutant won on the bridle. Absolutely.
Hunters didn't need a paddle for this boat. It was all speed out the back, and all the money was for this horse as well. They took the shorts around $1.80 into $1.28 fixed odds first up on debut. Very impressed with what I saw from this Nostradamus gelding, out of a Snitzel mare, so he's regally bred. Lindsay Smith looks like he's got his hands on a very promising galloper here. And from the inside gate, I'm sure Carleen Heffel, who takes off 3 kilos, will be ultra keen to kick up along the inside of some speed horses here, Bourbon Beau, Champagne Diva. But if In the Boat kicks through to lead, this race could well be all over. Excited to see what he can produce with the rail out at Ascot on Wednesday. Number 3 for me, In the Boat. Number 6, Graceful Girl, very impressive last start win. When Chris Parnham got to the outside, she descended upon them. Had 2 runs over the short course and just found wanting. I think that 1200 metre trip was exactly what she was looking for. Number 2, Champagne Diva, who was run down in the last 50 metres last start against the older horses. I think she's well placed here, but she might have to sit in the breeze. And then number 4, Gunmetal Grey. Good last start winner, but clearly this race is a little bit deeper. My numbers in race 1, 3, 6, 2 and 4. Race number 2, Tab Touch Better Your Bet Handicap over the staying trip. Really open race, really even race. We're going to watch the last start win for Jeremy Easthope of Shake the Bloom.
8 swings the corner. Jovella comes to the outside. Heaps of Mullah going through in the centre. Blazing Kazar still there at the moment. Upward others, and here's Shake the Bloom out in the centre of the track. He's finishing strongly, Shake the Bloom. He's raced up now, Jovella, and getting through towards the inside. Safe to make up as well. Shake the Bloom in front. Regent Star's running on from well back. Shake the Bloom, Regent Star late, but Shake the Bloom I think has just held Regent Star.
Jeremy's only had this horse a handful of starts, formerly in the care of Adam Durant. Clearly has Shake the Bloom going very well here, and the second horse that came out of that race, Regent Star, is flying, and the likely leader comes out of that race too in Accelerate, who was the well-tried favourite but bitterly disappointing in replay. In fact, was beaten out of the shot there. I'm going to go with a bit of an alternate form line here on a horse that should be $6 or $7 around each way. In fact, this should really be each way the field this race. And that's Lindsay Smith's horse here in Mexicola. Descended upon them recently with Brad Rawiller and 60 kilos, beating Indominus, who's a pretty handy horse of Colin Webster's. Not a lot went right last start, got back in a really slowly run race, dominated from on the speed. Steps up sharply in trip, has to carry a big weight, but draws a nice gate. I think this is probably a much weaker class of opponent than what Mexicola has seen in the last few starts. So I'm going to go with Joey as a party here. He picked up a ride on Sunday in the Mount Barker Sprint called Silence for Lindsay Smith. Hopefully, it can be the exact same formula here with number 1, Mexicola. Number 6, Mel Arab. Very disappointing last start. Not going to make any excuses. I think he's better than that. Blinkers go on for the first time. He steps up to 2,000 metres and beyond for the first time. And listening to Fred Kersley, he seems like this horse is a work in progress, but one he does have some time for. Number 9, Shake the Bloom. Very hard to shake her at the moment, or any of her form lines for that matter. Number 2, Accelerate. Well tried first up at a staying trip, beaten a furlong, does reunite with Mitchell Pateman and they seem to get along well. My numbers in race 2, 1, 6, 9 and 2. Race number 3 is the budget truck rental Maiden, and all eyes are going to be on the Cerise and White here. We'll watch her recent trial Real Charisma. It's William Pike coming through in the dark blue.
The inside, Trade War. Trade War leads by half a length. The outside is Sweet Demand coming at it. Now coming through strongly, Real Charisma. Real Charisma is coming through, and Philby's down the outside as well. Just in front, Trade War. On the outside, Sweet Demand. Real Charisma starting to come through strongly now. Real Charisma might be finishing better. Takes the lead near the line, and Real Charisma has won it. Second, Philby on the outside.
Time and time again, we see these all-age maidens where a lot of these horses have had a lot of opportunities. They've got very well exposed form. They've got very well exposed levels of talent. And what we don't know is just how good this 3-year-old filly of Grant and Alana Williams is, and that's Real Charisma. Look, I think she's probably going to go around $2's on, $1.50, maybe even shorter, who knows. If the market gets hold of her, it could get pretty ugly. Drawn the inside gate. She doesn't race up on the speed, so she's going to need some luck at some stage. But you're putting your faith in William Pike to get the best horse, hopefully, in the race home. And that's on debut here. I'm going 13, Real Charisma. Number 7, Hot Zed. Chris Parnham would have had the choice of guarded in this race, and he's elected to ride Hot Zed, who just hit the running rail at about the 600 last start and was just knocked off stride. Thought did a really good job to pick himself up and still run second. Number 10, and that's Ginger Senorita out of a 1,000-metre straight race, where she was beaten a long way, but her previous trial I thought was quite good. Number 5, Yardman, who we haven't seen for a long, long time. Great to see him back at the races, and hopefully he can run a cheeky race at a price. My numbers in race 3, 13, 7, 10 and 5. Race number 4 is the All Flag Signs and Banners Handicap over 1,200 metres. We're going to watch the good, strong, gritty effort to remain undefeated of Dash Doll.
At the turn, 350 to go. Dash Doll and Gunmetal Grey still lead. They're now 1.5 over JD into the clear regardless. Izzy May over on the inside. Peggy's Joy, Miss Nobel wider out, but still these two go at it. Dash Doll and Gunmetal Grey. Dash Doll, Gunmetal Grey. Regardless is coming from a long way back. Dash Doll hits the lead. Regardless dives, misses. Dash Doll.
Great to see Robert Whitten back with a few winners at the race course, and Dash Doll is looking to make it 3 from 3. I actually think she can do it here. She comes across from a wide gate, she'll race up on the speed, rail at 12 or 13 metres normally suits those racing up on the pace. I think Chris Parnham here, he rides Dash Doll with a bit of confidence. If he gets across from the wide gate, sits either outside the leader or ideally crosses to the fence, then I do think that this mare can remain defeated 3 from 3. A maiden, a Class 1, now a Class 3. She's on the right track and she's doing nothing wrong. Number 7 for me to remain undefeated, Dash Doll. Number 1, Downforce. I was very tempted to tip this horse but for the gate. A 66 plus, a 66 plus, a 60 plus, now a 54 plus. Neville Parnham's very good at dropping his horses back to midweek company and getting the chocolates, and Downforce is extraordinarily well placed. Number 4, Miss Ivy League, a last start winner where Jason Brown rode her to perfection. She's probably the likely favourite here and may well come out running underneath of Dash Doll. Then number 11, Next Best Advocator. No luck with a 3 kilo claim of the last 4 or 5. Now all of a sudden, the biggest jockey change you'll get, William Pike picks up the ride on Advocator. My numbers in race 4, 7, 1, 4 and 11. Race number 5, Byron Bay Premium Lager Handicap over 1,000 metres. This is the race of the program. This is a really good little race. I was impressed with the first up win, should I say, down the 1,000 metres straight of Mystery Man.
Aussie Boy and Ginger Senorita and Starlax closer to the inside, so anyone's race. Aussie Boy coming through with I'm Eugene and Mystery Man on the outside. Kill the Lights punching through. Bazel on the outside. Mystery Man is starting to put a bit of a break on them and coming away Mystery Man. And Mystery Man will go on and beat Kill the Lights and I'm Eugene.
Always quite hard to line up that 1,000 metre straight form at their next start. Mystery Man stays at 1,000 metres, now comes round a bend and draws a bit of an awkward gate. That being said, I'm pretty keen on his chances here. I really do think this horse is going to go through the grades and make into a very nice Saturday type. George Dupre only has a small little team of horses, but they win more often than they lose. He's got a really good strike rate and a really good team of horses in at the moment, including this one, Mystery Man. I See Red, I See Red. Luke Fernie, Mitchell Pateman plunged on debut. No trial as well over the Kalgoorlie race round. It was like we were turning back the clock 10 or 20 years ago when the money used to come from trees, and it did. This horse, it didn't miss. Very impressive. Recent trial with blinkers outstanding. No blinkers for race day. Seems to be a big rap on this horse, I See Red, I See Red. The likely favourite and the logical danger to Mystery Man. Number 9 in Fishhook, a lightly raced filly resuming for Martin Allen's yard. And number 7, debut winner down the straight, Ambergate Rose. My numbers in race number 5, 6, 5, 9 and 7. Race number 6 is the Coolridge Handicap, and we're going to go around 1,100 kilometres south. We're going to go down to Esperance into the Bay of Isles and watch the impressive last start win of Misty Lad.
Side of Sound of Fury, then Pirate's Mistress, Salvara, Bentley's Brother, Pelican Pig, Barry's Rabbit. To the very outside is Nordic King. Only labouring is Pagan Image along with Prince Hal. So storming up on the outside is Heaven's Gate to take the front. Misty Lad now gets an inside seam. It is powering home. Bentley's Brother down the outside, but the seas parted for Misty Lad, and Misty Lad goes back to back. Beats
Misty Lad was taken up the inside there by Angela Johnson, got the cash, and isn't Neil Della having a nice little run of it at the moment? The horse that ran second, Bentley's Brother, a subsequent winner, so the form is good and is strong. The third horse, Heaven's Gate, you guessed it, subsequent winner. So I do think Misty Lad can measure up in town again. I am, however, going to go with number 4 in Bold Success. There wasn't a lot of point watching the replay because he's been getting so far back in his recent runs. But they've been all from wide gates, they've all been against the pattern, and they've all been outstanding efforts in defeat. I'm going to put him on top here, and fingers crossed he sneaks under the guard of the marketplace. We might even see a cheeky double figure play here with number 4 in Bold Success. Number 5, Fire Sale, coming out of good Saturday racing, is going particularly well. Draws a little bit awkward, but does get back in his runs anyway. Number 10 in Scooter's Machine, who Jade McNaught will likely take straight to the front, and if that's the way conditions are playing, then he's always hard to run down. And then Misty Lad, be disappointed if he didn't finish in the first half of this field, and he is a winning chance. If you're having a quaddie, forget the Esperance form, make sure you put him in. My numbers in race number 6, 4, 5, 10 and 7. Race number 7, Mrs. Max Handicap, the lucky last. The punters will be all over Pike in the last. This is Prize Miss, winning on debut.
And so into the home straight now, and Smashing as he calls upon it leads the way from What About Moi. Prize Miss cuts back inside the heels of Smashing. Town Hall is the first to yield. What About Moi, though, it hit the front on the outside of Smashing. Pike goes to work on Prize Miss, coming down on the inside. Prize Miss, What About Moi, and Prize Miss did too well.
Prize Miss may have only beaten 3 opponents there in a small little 4-horse race. But the second horse there, What About Moi, was the best bet on the program for almost every punter in Western Australia last week and duly saluted. The third horse was a filly called Smashing, who was a Class 1 and was coming out of some of those feature races over the summer carnival for the 3-year-olds, including the champion fillies and the guineas. I think that form's going to hold up here. May well be short. I'm thinking around even money seems about the right price, but cannot do more than win on debut. Should be only better suited at 1,400 metres. 3-year-olds taking on the older horses in a Class 1. It's a recipe for cash at the moment. I think Pike will win the last. Race number 7, number 10 for me, Prized Miss. Number 3, Interstate, fell 2 starts ago. Really good effort last start. Draws the inside gate, sits in the box seat and gets the 3 kilo claim for Lactar Rummelly. Number 6, Precautionary, who's been disappointing the last few. Has a riding change. Maybe that will turn her fortunes around. And number 2, Irritable Rodney. Blinkers go on, and SJ Miller is wheeling out a lot of winners at the moment. My numbers in the lucky last, race 7, 10, 3, 6 and 2. Best bets on the program Wednesday, the 20th of January 2021. Race 5, number 6, Mystery Man to upset IC Red, IC Red. And in the last, if we're chasing our coin, it'll be on Pike in the last. Race 7, number 10, Prized Miss. PerthRacing.com.au for all your ticketing information for the Saturday race programs and all of the upcoming events heading into Autumn Carnival.